Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we're doing some NHL betting coverage, and joining me here, Ross Benjamin, our SBR contributor. Today we're talking about that New York Rangers game going up against the Detroit Red Wings. Ross, good stuff yesterday. You went 2-0-1 with your picks. Great to have you here, man. How you doing today?
Well, thanks for bringing that up. It's always a good day when you have a winning betting day, correct? So I'm doing very well, Dex, and thank you for having me once again.
All right, it's my pleasure, and it's always great to have a winning day, man. Let's keep those good times rolling. Now, the first part here, let's start talking about the Rangers. Now, right now, they're playing some of the best hockey in the NHL, averaging 3.9 goals during an 11-game stretch, 9-1-1 so far. And they've won their most recent game this past Monday, 4-1 against the Predators. So with all that in mind, Ross, I mean, what do you expect to see from that team tonight?
Well, I expect to see more of the same, Dex. Not only have they been red hot of late, as you just alluded to, this is a team that's gone a terrific 30-9 versus the money line in their last 39 games, and that's an extremely high profit margin. The last time the Rangers met the Red Wings, it resulted in a 3-2 loss on December 16th, and that's pretty significant since the Rangers are a perfect 6-0 on the road this season when playing with same season revenge stemming from a one-goal loss. As a matter of fact, they won those 6 games by an average of 2 goals per outing. And yes, Dex, the Rangers have a heck of a lot going for them entering into tonight's contest.
All right, and how about the Red Wings, man? I mean, they are just 6 points back of the first place Montreal in the Atlantic Division. And they're also riding a 2-game winning streak. But, you know, despite being on that streak, they have been pretty irregular so far in their last 10 games with an overall 5-5 even up, you know. Considering that, their last game was this Saturday, the 28th. I mean, do you expect that extra rest to actually help them, you know, continue their winning ways?
Well, I'm glad you brought the rest factor up, Dex. Tonight will be just their second game in the last 6 days. And oddly enough, Detroit hasn't performed well this season when afforded a good amount of rest, and especially when they're playing at home. The Red Wings have gone a dismal 2-7 against the money line on home ice this season when playing their second game in the last 5 days. So no, I don't expect the rest to help them. If anything, it's going to hinder them. In addition, they are also returning home tonight for the first time since concluding a 6-game and 11-day road trip, which saw them go a very good 4-2. My personal experience is that teams coming off a successful road trip of 5 games or more times than not, are flat and lethargic in their first back on home ice, Dex, and that's what I'm going to expect tonight from the Detroit Red Wings.
All right, that's a pretty interesting fact considering that the Red Wings are coming in favored at -127 to -140 on the money line with a total of 5.5 goals. Now, there is a strange factor here. You know, you do believe that that the way that the Red Wings have been playing, they might not be able to come through. But, you know, considering that the Rangers are 1-7 in their last 8 meetings in Detroit, I mean, are we going to consider the Red Wings to actually take this one, or should we look somewhere else, Ross?
I say we should look somewhere else. Yeah, that's when you see conference opponents facing each other and they have that dismal a record on the road especially, it certainly takes significance. But let's not lose sight of the fact that the Rangers in Detroit were actually non-conference opponents up until last year. So I sort of cast that particular trend aside. Beside the points I've already alluded to, Dex, there's value to be had on the road underdog New York Rangers. Obviously, as I've alluded to throughout our conversation here, the Rangers have gone a stellar 18-11 against the money line on the road this season and have earned $100 a game bettors $800 in that role. On the other hand, although Detroit is 17-12 versus the money line at home, they've lost $100 bettors $240 in doing so. I just like the value here on the road underdog, Dax. I'm going to take the New York Rangers plus 117 on the money line over the Detroit Red Wings.
All right, Ross, great stuff, man. Thanks for all the insights here and the pick. We'll talk some more hockey again tomorrow.
I look forward to it, Dex. Have a great day.
You do the same, and everyone's watching here. Remember to check back with us tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.